Welcome to Draw and Design. In today's video, we will create family for soldier piles and pile cap. So stay tuned and watch the full video. We will select a structural foundation. First of all, we will go to create and click on family category and parameters. In here, we are going to select the structural foundation. We will click on work plane based. And we will also click on cut with voids when loaded. In the Omni class number, we are going to click on three dots button. Now click on this foundations and open up this pile foundation area, and in here we can select foundation piles class number and click OK. Now click OK. First we will go to reference level. We are going to create an solid extrusion using the circle and create a circle of radius 1 feet. After creating a circle, we will select this circle, and in the properties panel we will click on center mark visibility. This will show us the center mark of this circle. After that, we will select align tool. Then we will align this circle with our reference level and lock this position. Then go to front elevation. Now click on finish edit mode, and you can see our circular pile is ready, but we need to define the vertical parameters. For that one, we'll go to create, click on reference planes. We will create two reference plane. First reference plane on top of this existing reference level, and then second reference plane for the depth of pile. We will select this pile extrusion, click on this triangular clip arrow and place it on the lowermost reference plane, and then lock its position. After that, we will click on this grip and the top and click on top position and lock. We need to create some parameters. First, we will open up this extrusion. We will create a diameter dimension. Select this circle. So we have 2 feet diameter. Then select this dimension and click on create parameters. Now we will create a diameter parameter and then click on instance. This will be the instance parameter, and then click OK. So die of pile parameter is created. Click on finish edit mode. Now we need to add 2 more parameters. We will create a land dimension from between these two reference planes, and 1 dimension between the lower reference plane and the reference level. Now we will select this dimension and create it as a parameter. This will be the embedment. So this portion will go inside the pile cap. We will select instance parameter and then click OK. We will also create another parameter for the depth of pile. Click on create parameter and write the name. Also we will create instance parameter for this one. Now it's time to flex our family. We'll go to create family types. Let's check whether our family work with these dimensions. If we change, then our family should change. Let's check this one. We will write 10 feet. Apply. So our vertical dimension is working. We will create 6 inches for embedment. Apply. And this one also working. We will create 2.5 diameter. Click apply, and diameter is also changing. So let's restore this one for 2 feet. Depth of file shall be 20 feet and embedment length 6 inches. Okay. Then click on apply and all the dimensions are flexing. We will save our file. This time we are going to create the parent family for file cap. So click on new. This time we also select the structural foundation for file cap. So for the file cap family, we are going to create some reference planes. Let's create one reference plane, this one, another for this area, one for this side, and one for this side. These reference planes will describe the boundaries of our file cap. Let's go to create extrusion and we will use the rectangle tool this time. From the intersection of these two reference planes up to the intersection of these two reference planes, and then click on all 4 position lock and then click finish edit mode. Now we need to add some parameters. So we'll go to create. We'll select this rectangular extrusion. We will select align dimension and make some dimension in this area. Let's click equal to equalize both sides. Then create another dimension from this side to this side. This will describe the length of file cap. Also we'll create some dimensions this side. Also make them equal to centralize our file cap on reference plane. We'll create one more for the width. Select this dimension, length. So we will create a parameter of length. Let's try length. Click on instance parameters and click OK. So we have already a by default length parameter. We need to add some different name. So let's write length of cap and click OK. Now change this dimension to a parameter. This time we will write width of cap. Also create the instance parameter and click OK. Now let's go to front elevation and create a reference plane for the thickness or height of our file cap. We'll create a reference plane. We'll create the align dimension to create a perimeter like this one. Select this dimension, click on create perimeter, select instance, click OK. Now we need to lock the position of our file cap with these reference planes. Now click on this triangular grip, place on this reference plane and lock. Also lock the bottom side and like this one. If you can see in the 3D view, our file cap is ready. But hold on, we didn't describe the family category. So now later on we can define. It's okay. Structural foundation. So this time we will select the Omni class number. Select foundations, file foundations. File foundation component, and there is our file cap. Click OK and select OK. Again go to reference level. Now we need to place the file. So the center point of our file shall be described. In order to do that, we will create another reference plane on somewhere this area. Also we will select this reference plane and We will mirror this on the other side of file cap. So in the cross intersection area of these two reference planes, our file will be placed. So in order to maintain the position of these two reference planes, we need to add some dimension which will define the position of reference plane. So we will select the align dimension from this one to this one. Also this side, we will select these. We need to create a perimeter. We'll select this dimension, click on create perimeter, and this one will be the edge offset. This will define the edge offset of our file. Click on instance and then click OK. We will match these two dimensions with the same perimeter, so select edge offset. These two will be same. Anytime we will change one, the other will also change. Now let's flex our family so that we can move to the next step. Click on family types. Let's place this dialog box here. Like this one. So we need to define one by one. We want to make the edge offset 2 feet. So edge offset is working. We need to define the length of file cap. Let's make it 15 feet. Length of file cap is also changing. We need to check the thickness. We can see thickness in the front view, but anyways, we can change the width of file cap. Let's make it 3 feet. So all dimensions are working properly. Let's move on to next step. So we are ready for file to be inserted in this family. We'll go to create, click on component. We will place another external component within our family. Click on component. This will say no component is loaded, so we will load another. We'll click on yes. So our file cap family is placed on desktop. We need to access that one. Need to access this file family, and we'll open this one. After inserting, we need to show that we have to place this family on work plane. So let's click on this one and place this family on intersection point of these two reference planes. Now our family is placed, but we need to ensure that the position must not change. In order to do that, we need to align this one with center of this file with the reference planes and then lock the position. Also with this reference plane and lock this position. If you see in the 3D view, the file and file cap is placed. Now we need to array these file families. So click on this file family and then select the array tool. We do not write numbers in this area, just we will click on last. So we have to define the last position of our file. We will start from this position and our last file shall stand on this cross section point. Then we can later on define the numbers and so on. Let's check whether our position is changing with these numbers. Need to write 4. Okay. Our files, number of files are 4. So the position of our files and the number of our files are working correctly. Let's move this dimension a little above. Whenever you click one of these files, the number of files and the array option is shown in the top. Let's make it sure that the file location must not change whenever we use any formula or something. So we will lock the position of the last pile with done in the intersection point of our reference planes. We will use a line tool. We will click on the reference plane and then lock the positions. In order to define the number of piles, we need to define the spacing between piles. So we need to create two more parameters, one for spacing and one for number of piles. So let's go to family types. We need to add a new parameter. We need to add spacing of piles. Let's make it instance, and the type of parameter shall be length. Now click on OK. Now let's make it 1 feet. Let's create a new parameter, and for this parameter we will name it as number of piles. We will select instance, and for the type we will select integer and click OK. And for this one we need to write a formula. So number of piles shall be calculated by formula, which shall be length of gap minus edge offset multiplied by 2. So we need to deduct 2 edge offsets from the length of gap. After that, we have to divide this with spacing of piles and then close bracket and then write +1. So the +1 will decide the last pile and then click enter. So the number of piles shall be calculated with formula, which in our case it is 12, and then click apply and click OK. So now we need to link this array dimension with our parameter. So we will select any one of pile, then we will select the array, and in this area we need to select number of piles. The formula and the result is showing in this area. We will select this one, and the 12 piles are created. Now the distance between these piles, distance of edge offset and the length of gap is not correct, so all of our piles are overlapping. So let's change some dimensions in order to correct this one. We go to family types. We will select edge offset as 1.5 feet, and for the spacing of piles we need to write, as our diameter of pile is 2 feet and we need a 1 feet spacing between edge of 2 piles, so our dimension shall be 3 feet. So as you can see, the number of piles are now 5. Now click apply and the 5 piles are created. Now let's check whether if we change the length of gap, the number of piles are changing or not. Let's check this one. The length of gap is 15, so let's make it 20 feet. Now the number of piles are 7. Click apply, and as you can see, the number of piles are changing with the length of gap. If you can see in the 3D view, 7 piles are created, and if we see it in the shaded style, our piles with the gap is created. Now later on we can define the material characteristics and other things. Let's go to material and let's select the category. Let's select concrete, cast in place concrete. And for the piles, if we didn't describe our material in the pile family, we can also change in this section. Now select any one of the pile, double click, and this edit group shall appear in our Revit. So we need to edit a single pile. Then again select a pile and then double click, and the family of this pile shall be edited. Now select this pile, and in this area you can see materials. We can change materials, and in this area we can select concrete or something, or we can write, or we can change the properties. Let's go back to our topic. We will close this family and we will close this edit group, and you can see our family for pile and pile cap is created. I hope you enjoyed this video. We are creating videos on weekly basis. Do support our channel by subscribing to our channel, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.